The iPhone 14 Pro Max is the latest cutting-edge, top-of-the-line cell phone from Apple. So what are some of the best things that can make it even better? Let's find out. Quick disclaimer right off the bat, no, obviously it's a cell phone. You don't really need any accessories to get the most out of it, but there are some things that I've got laid out here that I think will make the enjoyment of your phone. The only things that I consider mandatory, I know some folks don't, but I would say is mandatory for a cell phone, especially if you're gonna spend as much money as you have to get the 14 Pro Max, I would say you need at least a case and a screen protector. Now, personally, there's 1,000 different kind of cases out there. I personally use the Apple branded cases. I think these work really great. They are a little more expensive. However, you can see this is my 13 Pro Max and this is the rubber case that you get with it. And I've dropped this a lot. I've dropped it on concrete. It's taken big chunks out of every single part of this case, but it's held up well. And my phone doesn't have any scratches, dings. The screen's never broken or anything like that. It has taken quite a bit of abuse from me so far this year, if you can see. But cases, absolutely you need a case. Screen protectors, you can buy a cheapo screen protector from Amazon. Those aren't too bad. You could also buy a cheapo case from Amazon. So a lot of the stuff I'm gonna lay out today are Apple branded or a little bit higher end. But as I'm talking, I'll also overlay some better budget options if you are looking to save a little bit of cash after dropping so much on a very expensive phone. Next up, we talked about the case. You don't need anything too fancy. The only other real things that come close to being mandatory for a phone is you need a way to charge it, right? Apple no longer includes chargers in the box. You kind of have to source your own if you don't already have one. And here's a few that I really like using. One is just the fast charger from Apple. It is rather expensive for what you get, and I would absolutely say maybe don't get the Apple branded one. Get one of the other, the Anker or the Rav Power or something like that. The actual one, I'll show some video of it right now that I always recommend. I can't show you because I'm using it because it powers a lot of this stuff during my day. You could get a multi-port charger that does a lot of the same thing. This is just an older one that I will sometimes carry with me. You can get lots of USB-A, lots of USB-C, plugs in very easily. The one thing that you do need to watch out for though, if you are buying a fast charger, make sure that the charger can support that fast charging if you have more than one thing plugged into it. Some chargers have to split off their charging difference when you charge more than one thing. So you're not gonna get 40 watts all the time if you've got two things plugged in. Bringing me to another cool charger that I've really liked, that's the Apple dual charger. I know that there's a lot of other dual chargers out there, and this is, again, rather expensive for what you get, but I really like how small and compact this thing has been. I throw it in my backpack when I'm traveling and I charge my MacBook Air and I charge my phone at the same time, and all you need, the weight, see, look, normally when you have a charger, the little teeth, they kind of come out of the end here, right? Which makes it a little more awkward, a little more cumbersome if you're trying to plug it into the wall. What I like here is the teeth come out of like the lateral side, like the face of it. So when you plug it into the wall, it doesn't take up that much space. And maybe you can fit this into a crowded charger a little bit better. It's got the two USB-C ports. I really, really like this one. And you absolutely have to get a charger as one of the first accessories for your new iPhone 14 Pro Max. Something else that I would say, this is more of an ecosystem thing as opposed to accessories. If you're going to be taking calls, if you're using your phone for work stuff, you'll be taking meetings from it, things like that, you need a good pair of headphones. I'm a huge fan of AirPods. These are the standard AirPods. I'm waiting on my AirPods Pro 2 that I bought to come in, but there's a whole range of AirPods that you can get. There's the AirPods Gen 1, 2, 3. I would probably go with the AirPods Gen 3 if you're looking for a good, just general pair of headphones. If you're looking for the cheapest, you can find the Gen 1 or the Gen 2 on sale for ridiculous prices. And then if you are looking for noise cancellation and some of the higher end features, you could get something like the Pros or the Pros 2. I haven't tried the Pros 2 yet, so when they come in, we'll do some more videos and talk about those as accessories. But there are also whole other ranges of headphones that you can look up. Here's again some more options if you're not looking to buy strictly Apple products, but the AirPods work so well with the iPhone, it's kind of hard for me to recommend you get something else. Speaking of accessories tied into the ecosystem, Apple Watches. I love the Apple Watch. I know sometimes I'm kind of critical of it on Twitter because there is a battery life thing. If you're a normal watch person and you're trying to get into the smartwatch game, especially the Apple Watches, battery life can be a huge hiccup. But if you charge your watch once a day like I do anyway, it's so good. You get the new Apple Watch SE, the Series 8, the Series 7, or the new Ultra if you're like really crazy and want the most highest end thing. But you get a lot of really cool key features from the Apple Watch that you don't just get on your phone standard. The reason I recommend this as an accessory, especially as somebody that is an office professional, a lot of times during meetings, you get phone calls, you get notifications, emails and text messages and team stuff. You get notifications all day long, and some of those are important. Like, who seriously has an office job that's only doing one thing at a time? Nobody that I know of, but it's exceedingly rude. You'll burn bridges with stakeholders, or you'll burn bridges with coworkers all the time if you're always staring at your phone during a meeting. Apple Watches, it's a little easier to check notifications to see if maybe, holy crap, that emergency email came through and I need to deal with it right now, or holy crap, there's something that's relevant to this meeting right now. You can check all that from your watch, and it's a lot easier to just look at your watch real quick, get the notification, or you can have certain notifications come in and they will tap you on the wrist so you can know what's happening without actually having to look at a screen, and that will make you much more popular in your office than is the person that's always on their phone. Nobody likes the person that's always on their phone. Okay, a couple more other things that I would really recommend. I do like having a few key dongles for my iPhone. You don't necessarily need one that has SD card, USB-A, USB-C, stuff like this, unless you're using your phone as a content creation tool. And let's be frank, with the new A16 processor, heck, with the new, like as of the A13 processor, the iPhones became really good, compelling content creation tools. Or if they're your family camera, how are you going to get those off of there? So you could get an accessory like this that has an SD card. Not very expensive. This is not an Apple branded adapter. Just got Lightning, has a few cables. Keep it with you or keep it at the house whenever you need to. You rarely need to take pictures off your phone, especially if you've got like a Google Drive or a cloud account somewhere else. But if you are somebody that uses physical media, you can always get a dongle like this, or you could get the Apple SD card adapter. This one is pricey. I don't know that I would recommend this one over that one. If you are going to use this a lot, I would say go with Apple. Sometimes you can have issues with third-party adapters working with iPhones or Apple products in general. If you're only going to use it very infrequently, get the third party. If you're going to use it all the time, I do recommend getting the first party Apple option. But then the one that I do, I have like 4 or 5 of these with me in various places because I find myself always needing this. Get the Lightning to 3.5 millimeter audio adapter. Whether maybe you're taking a meeting on your phone and you want to plug in an actual microphone, maybe you just like wired headphones. And it does suck that no phones really have headphone jacks anymore, but the way you fix that is with this. But they're really easy to lose, which is why I carry so many of them. But I do really recommend this if you are at any time ever going to be trying to plug in a microphone or headphones into your iPhone. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is actually a combination of accessories, and it's this little thing from Manfrotto. Now, this is a cell phone mounting clip, but what it really does is it lets it turn into like a little kickstand for your iPhone. Now, the reason I'm talking about this here is I've started to use this a lot. My iPhone is my family camera. Like it is, I don't bring along my big professional cameras for family stuff like in the last few years. It's always about mine or my wife's phone. But sometimes when you're trying to take family pictures, you know, if you're not just trying to go for the selfie, maybe you're trying to go for a nicer shot, you can't just do it at arm's reach. So somewhere you need to set your phone down. What I really like about this is it does have a little kickstand here, and it has 1/4 inch mounting options on both the bottom and the back of this. So you can set this up with something like the Manfrotto tripod, and I use this an awful lot for family photos or for family video stuff. It's really easy to just maneuver it wherever you want it, set it down, you're good to go. Or if you've got to take a meeting on the go, or even if you're taking a meeting at your desk, how many phone mounts do you have at your desk? You probably don't have too many. I've had to set up books, and I'll just set my phone against the books and then talk that way. Or you can have this very easily. You can take a meeting literally anywhere and have a decent field of view for your face, and you don't have to, you know, hold this while you're trying to figure out what people are posting in the chat. Seriously, this thing has been great for me. And then one of the things, if you're gonna have all these accessories, you're gonna bring all, you're like, Gary told me to get all these crazy accessories. You need a way to hold them all, right? Well, you need some kind of a tech bag. This, I couldn't actually find my tech bag. So this isn't exactly a tech bag. This is an REI bag that's more for toiletries, but it's small enough and it's thin enough that I've actually been using this to carry all of my accessories with whenever I'm traveling. Look at this. It carries everything that I could conceivably need, and it does so in a small, convenient place. You really, when you're looking at tech bags, you're looking at a few things. You're looking at zipper. This is a very good zipper. It is a YKK zipper, and if you know anything about zippers, those are pretty much the gold standard. It's got great stitching. It's made of a very durable nylon. This is awesome. It is a toiletry bag, but I would say you could also buy this as a tech bag. I'm a big fan and highly recommend it. But what about you? What are some of your favorite accessories, or what are some accessories that you are planning to buy for your iPhone 14 Pro Max? Let me know in the comments below, because I love finding out what everybody else is using. And if you like this video, click here to watch even more information about the 14 Pro Max and whether it's a worthy upgrade or not. Click, 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 click. Thanks for watching.